Good morning and welcome to English 102. I'm so excited to meet you all. My name is Margaret France. I use she, her pronouns, and you can call me Margaret or you can call me Dr. France. I have a PhD in English literature from UC Davis, and I also have a high school degree from AC Davis. Go Pirates! Woo! I mean, those of you who didn't go to Davis are probably fine people, but probably not as good also. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. So yes, welcome. We are going to be reading all about cults and multi-level marketing schemes, but this is not a course where your main goal is to learn about cults or multi-level marketing schemes. This is just a topic for us to delve into to give us a chance to work on the skills that we're developing this quarter. Skills are critical reading, understanding arguments, formulating our own arguments, using other people's work responsibly in order to support our own arguments. English 102 in a nutshell. And to get a little bit less formal in the language of instruction, what I'm really trying to get you to do is to read critically, ask questions, and be a curious person in the world. A curious person who is able to take in the ideas of other people, evaluate them, and use them to formulate your own ideas. And so, as a way of narrowing the ideas that we're working with, I have selected this topic. I found that the topic is quite a bit of fun, and we're going to be reading some pretty cool books. Let me take you on a little journey to my bookshelf. And we will check out some of these great books that we'll be reading. Oh no, things fell down. It's a disaster. Oh no. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. No one's upset. It's okay. So we will be using this book, which will one day be your favorite thing to read in the bathroom. It's called Cults, Conspiracies, and Secret Societies. We are focused on the cults and the secret societies, not so much the conspiracies, because don't we already have enough conspiracies in our life, don't we? Yeah. Going Clear, which is an amazing book about Scientology. I'm going to ruin many of your favorite actors and artists for you. Congratulations. And finally, but not least, Who's Your Source? This is a book about how to understand arguments, find arguments, use them in your own writing, use them responsibly in your own writing. Truly an excellent text. It is not as much fun as the texts that are about the people who have given up their lives and their families to follow a cult leader. However, very applicable to your future career as students. Please get these books. They are listed on the syllabus. If you need their ISBNs, they're also on the YVC Bookstore website. I do not care where or how you get those books, but get them as soon as possible. So now that you've taken a little bit of a tour of my glamorous apartment and gotten to know just a little bit about me, I'm going to tell you some of the things that you want to know about this course, which, let's be honest, what do you really want to know? How do you get a good grade? I'll break it down for you. 1, you're going to have to do those readings. And some of the readings are going to be awesome. Sometimes you're going to be given a reading and it's actually listening to a podcast or watching a freaky documentary. You're going to love it. But you got to do that. Most of your assignments, if you look at the calendar section of Canvas, which I really recommend, you've got that to-do list on the do I know my left from my right? On the right side of Canvas, there's the to-do list, but you can also click to calendar, and that just has every assignment for every class on the calendar. It can be a little overwhelming, but I really recommend it because it kind of helps you get a sense of like, all right, what do I have to do for the next few days? So when you look at those assignments, most of those assignments are either going to be ungraded readings, because at the beginning of the term, I like to give a lot of ungraded readings just to make sure that pops up in your to-do list. Like, I have to read this thing. And then later, an assignment of the same name is going to pop up again, and that will be a discussion. So discussions are posted in the forums for everyone to see, and it's a chance for you to work out what's going on in the reading. I don't want you to write a summary necessarily. I am much more interested in you exploring the questions that you have about what you've read or observations that you want to make about what you've read rather than just summarizing what you read. Summarizing what you read is great. That's a good place to start. But what I want to see in the discussion is you wrestling with the ideas of what has been put in front of you. Discussions are basically, there are a bunch of discussions. I haven't counted, but I think that over the course of the term, there's probably between 10 and 20 discussion posts. So it's a lot. Discussion posts are a great way to boost your grade because if you write to the word limit, which the discussion posts generally should be between 250 and 400 words. I think it says specifically on the syllabus between 200 and 300. And you're actually doing your own thinking about the issues in the reading, you'll probably get a 9, which a 9 out of 10, that's an A-. Or if you go above and beyond, like if you've really worked through something, if you've gotten creative, if you've brought in things that other people have said in the discussion, you get a 10. So that's 100%. So theoretically, if you just do an excellent job thinking about the reading, processing the reading, and talking about the reading with other students, that's a good sort of scaffolding for your grade right there. Next, there's the papers, which seems scary, but you are given a chance to get your paper right because you have a draft workshop, and draft workshops are the only deadlines that I am absolutely firm on. You cannot be late for a draft workshop because it involves everyone else in the class if you're late. You can't participate in the draft workshop if you're late. So put in something in the draft workshop, even if it's not something that you wanted is in the state that you wanted to put it in. Again, it's a draft workshop. Nobody's expecting it to be 100% perfect. So you get your draft workshop, get that in on time. You'll get feedback from fellow students. Sometimes you'll even get feedback from me. And you're going to have a gap, and a gap in assignments in the calendar. And that gap is there because what I'm assuming you're working on is that you are working on improving that paper, on looking at that paper again, asking, okay, so I tried to solve this problem this way, assessing how well you solved that problem, and maybe thinking if you have other ideas for how to solve it, maybe in response to the comments that I've given you or the comments that other students have given you. Also, and very valid, is your own response. Because as you work through college, you are mostly going to be revising your own work without comments from other people. You need to train yourself to take a day or two off from your work, look at your work again with fresh eyes and say, I think I can do better. I think I can fix that. And let me tell you a secret about writing. The more you write, the better writing you are. You are a better writer after you've written that first draft than when you started that first draft. So let that better writer come back and improve your work. Okay? So kind of standard for a writing course, the papers have more weight as we go through the course. So the final paper has the most weight. If you are submitting your assignments basically on time, it seems like you're doing okay, maybe you miss a draft workshop. Maybe something happens and you're sick and you can't do a bunch of the discussions. You look at your grade and you're like, oh my gosh, I used to be at an A- and now I'm at a C. The biggest grade in the course is that final paper. So you can be in the pit of despair in week 7 or 8. And then because you made up that work from when you were sick, and because you submitted your final paper and did a good job on it, you're going to come out with a B+. You're going to come out with an A-. The key thing here is not to focus on the grades as they come in, but to make sure that you know that you will be given a chance to be assessed on your best work, because you are going to be a better writer at the end of this course than you are at the beginning. And that's the writer that gets most of the credit for the course. So stay with me. Stay with us. Keep doing the reading. Keep participating in discussion. Make sure that you read each other's discussion posts. Make sure that you read each other's papers carefully and comment as you would like to be commented upon. Because here's the thing, is that we don't become better writers in a vacuum. We're going to become better writers together. And that's one of the reasons that I'm very much looking forward to getting to know you, but also seeing you interact with you, and you didn't think you liked each other, but now you're working together on a paper, becoming friends. The possibilities. And yes, it's very sad that our course is online, but oh my goodness, if ever there was a time to have a course online, it's right now. It's right now. So we are lucky, and I'm lucky. It's a treat every term to start with a group of students. And so I just like to let you know from the bottom of my heart, I'm happy you're here. And I can't wait to get to know you through your posts. Take care, and we will talk soon.